Reason why he delivered a two-out, two-run double back in the second inning with Terrell and Guevara aboard.
As you heard Coach Johnson say, he has no idea how he hit it. I'm the same way. And just continuing, Anderson doesn't just, we can't even get the sentence out and another strike's been thrown. This is what you call dominant pitching by both these guys. Time to score two, he takes three fastballs, and Anderson just throws three of them right past him. Cade Anderson does so many things, Lynn, that you cannot teach. So many things you cannot teach with his arm speed. Coach Thompson maybe arguing something. He's not happy about something. I don't know what it is. All I could think, Lynn, maybe a little quick pitching, but heck, that's been working fast too. So both these guys are getting it and throwing it.
That's 6 strikeouts for Anderson. He is well above a strikeout per inning for the season.
Yeah, there's just so many things he's doing. That's 4 straight fastballs. It's almost like he's saying, you know what? It's raining. The ball's a little slick. I'm just going to throw fastballs by you guys. Thanks for coming.
75 strikeouts in 47 and a third innings. And this ball is spanked out to center field, a base hit for Fabian.
And that was a changeup. And what happens when you go fast, fast, fast in a changeup, you speed the bat up. And that's what happened. Anderson threw a changeup in the middle. He missed his spot. No, he really didn't. Pretty good pitch, really. Pretty good pitch, and a good job of hitting by Derek Fabian.
So Fabian gets aboard with 1 out. And we flip the order to the top. Here's Eric Snow, who's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball to left. That rain has been coming down for what, 10, 15 minutes
pretty
consecutively
steady
now?
Yeah, and I'm with Cade Anderson. That was a strike. He didn't get that. That was a really good pitch in the inside part of the plate. Did not get it. But yes, you see it. That's been 10 or 15 minutes, just that pace.
I think the former pitcher and pitching coach in you is coming out.
Well, that's the same pitch, and it frustrates you. And I saw Cade Anderson made him mad too. You throw one, you don't get it. In this kind of game, you got to get it. You got to get it. And he came right back with the same pitch.
That sheen on his forearm, Anderson's forearm, is not sweat. It's rain.
He's just shoving fastballs. We've seen him mixing quite a bit. It's been 9 pitches this inning. It's been 8 fastballs, 92 to 94, 1 changeup for the base hit. That made him mad.
Well, if the ball is slightly slippery and you can't get the torque on the twist for the breaking ball,
absolutely,
you really need to go with something that you can control a little better. But if you don't have a good grip on that breaking pitch,
you're right,
it's hard to snap it off. That didn't miss by much.
Second baseman out there throws his hands up. I'm going to throw mine up here in the booth and say, what are we doing here? I don't know. It's been a pretty good night back there for Nathan Huber, but that's 2 fastballs right there that I think Cade Anderson earned. He didn't get them.
3 balls and a strike is the count. There's heat again.
This is almost like, I don't like the rain, so I'm just going to throw fastballs. And Auburn hitters are they just can't get there. It's not thrown a curveball yet.
The 3-2 pitch. Tigers, that ball was hit very hard by Snow. Reeves could not come up with it. It rolls slightly behind him. And we'll take another look at this.
Yeah, definitely going to be an error. These teams both come in fielding around 980. So an unusual mistake here for the third baseman, Reeves. Just didn't get down. Just didn't get down enough on that ball.
So Auburn puts 2 aboard.
LSU sends some guys to the bullpen. So Anderson is 75 pitches. You add the 140 from last week. That's a lot of work on a 20-year-old sophomore arm. So I'm sure that Coach Yeski probably not wanting him to push too far like he did last week. Last week was rare. It was just like you said in the pregame, a rare opportunity to get a complete game shutout. They let him go. But they got to have this guy for the regional, super regional, the College World Series coming up here in June, which is what their goal is.
Here's Rembert. He has flied out twice. Once to center field, once to left. First pitch swinging and tips that one foul.
Yeah, the first curveball and the 5th first pitch strike of the inning. Excuse me, 4th.
Rembert out of Pensacola, Florida, a freshman DH. And he's had an impact in his first year, hitting a little over 300 coming into the game. Look out.
These fields, all of them now in this league, Lynn, are built so well. The water drains pretty quickly, but that dirt will get slick. So if you have an infielder who's got to go hard to his left or right and plant, you could see a guy slip, but this definitely getting a little sloppy. Cade Anderson going to the rosin back there to keep his hand dry.
Fabian at second base, Snow behind him at first. The infield is at double play depth. The pitch, whacked foul.
Remember, it was the #4 ranked shortstop in the state of Florida, which is saying something, right? You got Florida, you got Louisiana, California, Texas. You got 4 or 5 elite baseball states, and he was highly regarded in Auburn. Much like Anderson getting to LSU because of the draft, Auburn very fortunate to get Rembert here because of the draft.
Pearson had no chance to get it. It was just too shallow, but deep enough where Jared Jones and Dickinson could not get there either.
No, you're right. Just a breaking ball that jammed him, and it just in no man's land. Lynn, if Rembert's a left-handed hitter, LSU is shifted, and it's a can of corn. But they're playing straight up, and just a ball that nobody could get to. Tough inning for Anderson. He's made some really good pitches. You had Fabian get a changeup, a pretty good pitch, and hit it for a single. Then you had the error at third, and you have that. You have an inning where Cade Anderson feel like, golly, I should have been out of this inning, and he's got a little trouble here.
This has happened after the strikeout of Fralick. Fabian had a solid base hit. Snow reached on an error. Rembert has dropped a parachute into shallow right field for a base hit. There's an Auburn Tiger on every base.
And now you got to deal with Ike Irish and nowhere to put him. I tell you, Lynn, based on what Cade Anderson has done this inning, you see what he's done there, just strikes, 1 walk. If I'm Ike Irish, I'm looking dead red fastball. He's thrown 85% fastballs. Something has changed the second time through. If I'm Ike Irish, I'm going to hunt a fastball here and see if he can get it.
Irish struck out in the first. He walked in the third. There's the fastball.
Yep.
Steve, right 1.
Yep, he got it. Didn't like it. Good pitch. Anderson has pitched too well to be in this situation, but such is baseball.
That pitch just off the plate. That's a courageous take by Irish.
You know, Coach Johnson talked about no emotion. He showed a little bit, has Cade Anderson this inning, and I agree with him. I think that's about 3 pitches that he has really spotted, has not gotten.
The pitch. Off the mark again. It's 2-1.
How poised can Cade Anderson be? Lynn, I always used to tell my pitchers, you're always 1 pitch away. He is 1 pitch away from making a great pitch, and this elite LSU defense turned into 2 for him.
Now it's 3-1. And Ike Irish on paper has the upper hand now.
And Auburn has the upper hand on Cade Anderson because the pitch count is up, the bullpen is loose, and they're close to getting him out of this game.
Here we go. A smash into the right field corner, hooking foul.
Guess what he did? Cade Anderson showing some guts. He's thrown 1 curveball all inning. That was the second one on a 3-1 count to an All-American. Ike Irish out front, a little bit early. What a pitch, what a gutsy pitch by Cade Anderson.
That's the type of stuff that separates the great ones from the good ones.
It really does. Most guys don't have the courage. They throw a fastball, Ike Irish hits a double, and the game's basically over. Not Cade Anderson. He made a really good pitch. Can he do it again? Huge moment in the game right here, Lynn.
1 out, base. Ike Irish takes a big swing, smacks it off the center field wall just out of the reach of Stanfield, and 3 of his teammates away point of this game. It's 5-0 after the 3-run triple by Ike Irish. And for Irish, that was his 2nd triple of the year. He's now driven in 29 runs. And Auburn with a pair of runs in the 2nd and have added 3 more in the 5th.
Well, really unfortunate for Cade Anderson. He really made 1 mistake that inning. He had the soft single, the error, then the bloop, and then you make a mistake to an All-American, and you feel like it was a really bad inning, but it really wasn't in terms of pitches, and good for Auburn. Auburn's done a really good job of hitting a very few mistakes. They got one from Fralick, they got one from Mike Irish, 5-run lead.
Freshman Cooper Williams has come to the mound for the Tigers.
8 innings, 0 earned runs. Now, does have 7 walks, but it's going to be another power, electric arm and a big, big, strong body on that left side.
He's out of Auburn, Texas.
Nolan Ryan?
Yep, just about to mention that.
Is anything small in Auburn, Texas?
No record and no earned runs allowed. Only 3 hits in those 8 1/3 innings.
And that's why the walks are okay, because he hasn't given up many hits. 7 walks you see there.
So Cade Anderson unable to get through the 5th inning.
Well, and Lynn, you want to say, yeah, there was some residual from the pitches last week at Oklahoma. There wasn't. He was electric. He was good. Really didn't even make a mistake to Fralick. The ball was in the dirt. You got to give Auburn some credit, because they took really good stuff to build a 5-0 lead.
Well, here's this week's SEC Network featured baseball matchup. Number 17 Vanderbilt and number 19 Oklahoma begin a big 3-game series tonight. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central from Dale Mitchell Park in Norman. Vanderbilt and Oklahoma.
I came out and watched 4 or 5 scrimmages, Lynn, in January. I was bored, wanted to come watch some baseball, and I felt like Auburn had a really, really good athletic team. I wasn't sure about the pitching. Samuel Dutton has changed my mind on that. It's a good team. It's a team that can compete with anybody, and his pitching allows them to do that.
Auburn was really hurt badly last year with injuries on the pitching staff and some others, and it just did not go well. They have retooled for 2025
and worked hard at it. And the thing for LSU is, look, this team can hit, so they just got to keep it here. You want to keep that 5th run there and try to win 6-5. That's your goal. Limit the damage. If you're LSU right now, you want to keep that 6th run. You never know when that next run is going to be the one you win by.
Cooper McMurray at the plate. He has struck out and fly to left. He's got a teammate at third, and there's a strike from Cooper Williams.
Scouting report on Williams says 89-92, slider in the low 80s, good changeup and a good curveball. So a 4-pitch freshman, which again, very rare for a young guy to come in with command of 4 pitches.
Terrell is on deck.
You can see good life there. That wasn't a fastball. 87 had to be a change or a cut, maybe a 2-seamer, but good life on his pitch right there.
McMurray came into the game batting .344. He's 0 for 2 tonight.
Run against a team like LSU, you just got to keep scoring. And McMurray got jammed a little bit, but you're right, when they were shifted over, shortstop was wide open, and he just kind of poked it. Didn't try and do too much with it, and just poked it through the hole.
Here's Scott Terrell as the Auburn Tigers seek to go above 500 in the SEC. They have won 3 SEC series, but they got swept once.
They have, and Auburn has done this tonight with left-handed hitters. Fralick, and McMurray and Irish against elite left-handed pitching.
Well, you heard Butch Thompson say that the numbers show that the left-handed hitters have done well against left-handed pitchers.
That's exactly right. So leave them in the game, right? Let them play. Line it up and go.
Terrell is 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Mike Irish, Cooper McMurray, and now Terrell, 1.5 feet from hitting a bomb. Got a pitch middle in. Lynn, that guy committed last April as a senior. He got drafted. There's a lot of hype late. He got drafted by the Blue Jays. Auburn thought they were going to lose him. I think Auburn kept what may be a potential first-round pick in 2 more years in Bub Terrell.
That's high praise for sure.
I like LSU playing the infield up. What Coach Johnson is saying is this game's not over. Play the infield up with 1 out. Keep that 7th run from scoring.
Well, certainly there's a big deficit for the LSU Tigers, but the truth of the matter is they're averaging just under 10 runs a game.
Yep. He could very easily say, hey, it's Friday night. We'll get him tomorrow. Play back, get him out. He's not doing that. He's playing his infield up, trying to cut the next run down.
Guevara had a base hit and scored in the second and struck out his last time. He's got teammates in scoring position. McMurray at third, Terrell at second. The pitch. There's a beautiful bender from the left-hander. You could hang a worm on that hook.
That was a good one. You're exactly right. That one had the same kind of depth that Kate Anderson and Samuel Dutton are throwing out there.
The 1-1 pitch. Chopped.
Wow.
Milam leaps, turns, fires to first. Got it. Put a star by that one in your scorebook.
What 8 foot. That was a dunkable play there. This ball
Was turned to the plate.
What a play.
When he was able to leap.
Oh, hey, no problem, but it's 7-0.
Carter has popped up to the shortstop and hit a comebacker to the mound. There's another nice crooked pitch from Williams.
Yeah, that big breaking ball. Always think about the starting pitcher in innings like this. Samuel Dutton is cool now. It's rained. He's been sitting probably 20 minutes. It's a factor for a pitcher. When you want the runs, you like the runs, but you also want to get back out there.
And speaking of rain, it is still coming down, but very, very lightly, certainly much less than it was before. You said it would last about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. And there was 2 conversations with the grounds crew and the home umpire. And basically, hey, look, just gonna play through it. It'll get out of here. Good pitches. Good pitches by the LSU pitching staff in certain spots.
Carter is the 9th Auburn Tiger to come to the plate.
That has not been said about this LSU pitching staff this season. 31-3, as you said. A good pitch, really good pitch. Take it.
And that blow has helped Triple as he blasts it off the wall. And that blow has helped. Yet to reach base tonight. He has reached base in every game this year.
As fast as Curiel is, I don't know what Coach Johnson's coming out for. He's going to question something. As fast as he is, probably better if you're Guevara just to hold it and not try to throw it. I guess he's okay. Maybe he hurt something. They're going to check him out. Something with his lower half, maybe. Definitely kind of limping a little bit. I didn't see him hit the bag at first base funny. Maybe he did. He's pointing at it.
Well, those bases can get slippery, too, with the rain on them.
He's okay. That's good. It was a great push bunt.
Looked like Curiel.
Right there,
yeah,
right
it looked
there,
like
right
his
there.
left leg got twisted up a little bit.
Murray was coming into the baseline. He saw it. He tried to hold up. You're right, and kind of rolled.
Certainly getting instructions from Birmingham, said it was not reviewable.
Well, and being a pitching coach, my concern's on Samuel Dutton. He had a long sit during the offensive inning, and then he had another 10 minutes there. He's had 30 minutes, and he's thrown 1 pitch, the bunt by Curiel.
Now, he could have been throwing warm-up tosses.
He was tossing some. You're right. Yep.
Here's Jared Jones. He swings through that tantalizing breaking pitch again.
He has baffled this guy. This is a really scary hitter, powerful guy, and he's thrown him 3 or 4 of them tonight, and as of yet, he's not been able to connect.
This is only the 2nd time tonight that LSU has had a base runner in scoring position.
You see Dutton. I tell you, that's been, yeah, he is, I agree. Anderson and Dutton, 2 calm and cool guys, have both been shook to their core here the last 2 innings on really good pitches. Watch this. Kate Anderson did the same thing, made the same exact pitches.
I thought it was down.
Well, look at Dutton, letting him know. Been a rough inning here for Nathan Huber.
There's the breaking pitch again.
And that's good by Chase Fralick. He's got to get his pitcher calm back down. He's too emotional, too fired up. He's got to get him settled back down. The senior, Derek Fabian, comes in. Hey, big boy, you're fine. Settle in, relax.
One of the ways teams can come back from 6 runs in the middle part of the game is to get a little help. An error, a couple of walks, and then 1 or 2 base hits suddenly are magnified.
Yep, absolutely. And you get a pitcher out of this game. And we've talked about the power of this LSU team. They can erase 6 runs in no time flat. And you get into that Auburn bullpen like Auburn did against LSU. Now you got a chance to see some new guys who, this guy's been electric all night. You don't want to see him anymore. Auburn does have the bullpen toss. I think it's a good idea. Parker Carlson been a rock at that pen. I just think, I'm sorry, not Parker Carlson, Cam Tilley. who's been a rock.
Guevara recovers and flings it across for the out.
Hey, he didn't panic. That was the big breaking ball again, off the end of the bat on Jared Jones. And Guevara, watch him, he doesn't panic. Once he drops it, unpanic, take your time, pick it up, make a nice controlled throw. Not a great runner, so he had time.
That's the first out of the inning. And Curiel, of course, could not advance from second. Here's Dickinson. He has one of the 3 base hits. LSU has been held to 3 singles, one of them on the infield. Dickinson also has flied to left field. He's 1 for 2.
Home crowd giving it to Nathan Huber, a little bit of a strike call. Good pitch there by Dutton.
Dutton has been brilliant tonight. I don't think we can overstate it to this point. Hitting this guy tonight has been like trying to boil crawfish over a cigarette lighter. It just ain't gonna work.
I love it. And the best call of the night was Chase Fralick calling timeout to go out there and settle his big dog senior pitcher down. Just relax, get back on track, and he did that.
Has his 6th strikeout.
And he just looks ticked. He just looks fired up. Really good pitch. That ball ran down and in. Maybe a 2-seam fastball, the best slice we've seen. He's made a living, Lynn, pitching up. That was down and nasty.
Curiel opened the inning with an infield hit and moved up on a throwing error. He's still at second base with 2 outs. Here's Pearson, who's 1 for 2.
I don't care how good you are in this league. This is going to happen to you on a Friday night eventually. No matter how good you are, you're going to face a guy who's on. And Samuel Dutton is on against this elite offensive team right now for LSU.
Well, if he stays on, that'll be 2 weeks in a row.
Yep, absolutely.
There's that slow bender, but it misses. 2-0.
He's at 92 pitches. I think Coach Thompson probably comfortable around the 110 mark. He and Coach Everett Tiefert. So probably getting close.
LSU would like nothing better than to extend the inning with any kind of a base runner.
Yeah, you get a runner on and you get one swing, it cuts it in half, and LSU's back in the game at 6-3. That's what they're capable of doing. Really 9-1 in the lineup, they're able to do that.
Ethan Fry is on deck.
The 3-run home run is the difference in this league. The teams that can hit it, usually the upper echelon teams. The teams that can't, they usually don't.
And that's been Jay Johnson's MO wherever he has coached.
Yep.
He is an offensive coach.
3-run home run.
The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, the inning continues. Dutton is squatting in protest. And he's holding his hands apart, obviously in some jeopardy in terms of his mental approach right now. No, that pitch is up.
That's a ball. Yeah, that's a ball. It's an easy out. Not at this point in the game with this team.
And look where Terrell is playing in left field. He's almost scratching his back on the fence out there. He is very, very deep, Terrell in left.
I give Dutton credit. He has not shied away from that fastball. There you see what you're talking about. He's behind the patch. They patch that spot because everybody stands there and kills the grass. Dutton has not backed down from throwing his fastball. That's 2 in a row. He's thrown it from the first inning until this inning.
If the ball is hit over Terrell's head, it's going to be a home run or an extra base hit off the wall.
Yeah, he'll play a ricochet.
Fry waits. The 1-1 pitch. 2-1. And now it's the Auburn crowd's turn. The razzing coming up from a near capacity crowd.
I'm going to lean with Nathan Huber. I think that's a ball. Yeah, that's a ball. Fralick tried to bring it back in.
There's a strike.
Good cutter, 2-2 count. Really big pitch right here. I have a feeling this is going to be the last pitch for Dutton if he gets out of the inning. So see if he can finish off a really solid 6 innings of work.
What are you calling here on a 2-2 pitch?
Cut fastball. Go back to the cutter.
That almost got by him.
Yeah, threw a fastball away.
You know, here's something that might not be generally known, and that is, and this is very unusual in today's baseball, Auburn's catchers call the strikes. They call the pitches.
You're right.
They call the pitches. Now, they can be overridden, of course. Throws the cutter for a strike. 6-0 Auburn's Tigers. Catchers actually call pitches.
Yeah. And I promise you, if you're Everett Teaford, you want to be able to watch the game instead of call every single pitch.
Steve, right 3 called.
Went to the cutter and got it done.
And the Auburn dugout boils out, congratulating
15 consecutive scoreless innings against the number 8 team in the country and the number 3 team in the country, back-to-back weekends.
Chase Fralick has had a big part in this game with a 2-run double in the 2nd inning. He struck out last time. Cooper Williams has 2/3 of an inning under his belt in relief of Cade Anderson.
It's a long, loose arm. It's got life in the fastball. Auburn has a pitcher named Jackson Sanders. Not quite as tall, but very similar stuff. Electric arm side movement, big breaking ball. You're not going to see anybody on the LSU staff that you don't think is elite. My generation, it was Bird, OJ, Springer, McDonald. I mean, just ridiculous. And it hadn't changed. They've always had elite arms in pitching. How about those 4 names? You remember those names?
Oh, yeah.
Good gracious. All 4 big leaguers. And there were others.
Did you mention OJ?
Yeah, oh yeah. Bird, OJ, Springer, McDonald. Who else you got?
Oh, many.
Oh, yeah.
Too many to name.
Yep.
The 2-2 pitch. That one's off the plate. Cooper Williams, ranked as the number 12 best high school left-handed pitcher in the country last year by Perfect Game. He was a member of the Team USA 18 and under squad from Auburn, Texas, and he got ahead but loses Fralick.
Tells you the pull of LSU recruiting. You walk in there around A&M, Texas, a lot of great programs that take one of their top arms, and that may be it for him as well.
Well, being from Auburn, Texas, his dad is a cattle rancher.
Don't you have to be if you're from Auburn?
Pretty much.
Or a baseball player.
First 4 innings.
Yeah, the last 3 swings were all balls hit very hard. Ike Irish, Bub Terrell, Cooper McMurray all hit balls hard.
4 for 15 in the first 4 innings, 5 for 9 in the 5th inning. Let's go back and look at some of the highlights in the 5th inning as the Auburn. Well, Maverick Rizzi has come on to pitch. He's the 2nd reliever. Cooper Williams works to 1 batter after getting a couple of outs in the previous inning. And Rizzi, one of those big guys with a very bright future, throws hard. Still learning the craft.
Yeah, Coach
has
Johnson
a lot of tools.
Had some good praise for him, didn't he, on our call? He really made some really big comments. He throws hard, 94 to 97 on the scouting report. Fastball's got great life and a big, I mean, that's 3 in a row now. We've seen 3 giants. Anderson's kind of lean and thin, but the next 2 guys, Williams and this guy, just big, strong kids. He's from Fiskdale, Massachusetts, so all the way down from the cold country to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
He is the nephew of Detroit Tigers right-handed pitcher Alex Cobb. And Cobb has pitched for the Rays, the Orioles, the Angels, the Giants, the Guardians.
Great career.
Shutout.
Let him get a picture of Dutton or not, but he's given up 4 hits in his last 13 innings against Alabama, hit 328 coming in. LSU hit 331 coming in. 4 hits, Samuel Dutton in 13 innings, no runs. Tilley run it up there. But when he gets ahead of you and he goes to work with a cutter and a slider, it gets devastating for a hitter.
LSU has Milam, Hernandez, and Reeves scheduled to hit.
Probably a take till you get a strike. I don't know. Coach Johnson may not want to hold him back. But when you're down 7, you want to get some base runners. So I don't know if they've told the offense, especially the lower part, although they all hit pretty well, to take till you get a strike and then go to work, and he does over the breaking ball.
Now the shift comes with 2 strikes. It's interesting how intricate this defensive strategy has become.
Yeah, and it kind of goes against thinking, and they got swept. It can just happen to you in this league. You look up, and before you know it, you've lost 3 games. Long way to go in this weekend. Not implying that at all, but it can happen to you any week in this league.
Well, this LSU team has been superbly resilient. It has scored a lot of runs in a lot of games. And even though it's down by 7, certainly not phased in being behind. This is going to be John Pearson coming to the plate. He is the younger brother of Josh Pearson. A big fellow with a wide stance, and there's a high strike.
There's been a lot of great baseball players come out of West Monroe High School. You've called it for a long time, and I can't name them, but I just have seen that on their roster for years. And what they're doing at West Monroe, but they're putting some pretty good ball players out there.
That slider drops just barely out of the strike zone. That's a 50-50 pitch right there.
Yeah, pretty good spot. I think both dugouts would agree. It's been a little shaky on the strike zone tonight.
John Pearson has not had a lot of at-bats, but he has been effective when he's had a chance. Cam Tilley trying to get into a rhythm. Working with a big lead. After a brilliant performance by Samuel Dutton against his old teammates.
Well, and Cam Tilley is one of those guys, Lynn, he has fit perfectly into this role. He really has adapted to it, and he's good at it. I don't know how good he would be as a starter. He may be great, but he fits in really well right behind Dutton, 6th or 7th inning, to kind of quiet things down and keep it going.
So is he potentially good for 7, 8, 9?
If he stays like 7-0, I think so. Yeah, I think Auburn's fine to burn him up and get the win and get out of here on Friday night, but it's a long way to go against this team. We had rain an hour ago, now we have a full moon. Go figure.
I hope we can get a shot of that full moon rising over the left field wall.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Unusual for Tilley. The walks have not been a part of his game so far. And you can relax. Auburn knows that well. Coach Tiefert, Coach Thompson, you there with falling behind the count or walking guys.
So Tilley has struck out a batter and then walked a couple. He throws it high and hard, but misses.
Auburn bullpen begins to shake a little bit. Looks like they have a lefty getting loose.
Well, this is the way LSU would like to script it. Get a couple of walks, maybe an error, maybe something on the infield happens. You get an infield hit, and then you get a couple of bombs, and it's all of a sudden a brand new ball game.
Yep, that quickly. You're right. And with 3 innings to go, there's a whole lot of baseball left.
To overcome a 7-run deficit just with base hits is very, very difficult. But when you add in a couple of walks, maybe something else, suddenly the task becomes manageable. 2 balls and a strike. Now it's 3-1.
Yeah, the crowd is feasting on every pitch. That was a good cut of ball. Ball's inside part of the plate. See if he doesn't throw the good slider here. You just don't want to lay one into Chris Stanfield. Let him hit one in the gap and get LSU rolling.
My guess is if Tilley walks Stanfield, that's going to be the end of his night.
It's definitely getting close. I think it's either Griffin Grave or Carson Myers getting loose. That was fastball. Auburn's had 2 lefties throw really, really well. Griffin Graves has come on the scene and thrown great, and so has Carson Myers in some really big settings, and one of them is getting loose. There you go. It's like Carson Myers.
There's ball 4, very much elevated. He has walked the bases loaded with 1 out. And this is exactly playing into the script that LSU would like to see play out.
You are correct. The left-handed hitter Curiel up. I think Auburn will definitely go to the bullpen and go to. His dad Matt was a pitching coach here years ago, then went to Western Kentucky, was the head coach there, which is where Carson was born and raised.
And here is Derek Curiel. If you're LSU, you love this spot. With the bases loaded and your leadoff hitter aboard, and Curiel is 1 for 3 tonight. Yes, he has extended his on-base streak to every game this year.
This is a 50-50 matchup here, Lynn. I don't think anybody has a big advantage between these two guys.
Curiel has become a very patient hitter. Doesn't try to do too much at the plate, but the capacity he has with that bat in his hand is extensive.
It's good fastball, right at him with fastballs. Think about this LSU lineup now. We got Rizzi pitching from Massachusetts, and then we got this guy up from Covina, California. You can't cover the country any more than LSU does with their recruiting.
Look at that earned run average as a reliever, 1.5 essentially. Now Curiel is susceptible to striking out. He has 1 strikeout in this game. That gives him 28 on the year. That's nearly the team leader.
Walked 33 times, does a good job with that, but you're right, for a freshman, kind of swing and miss a little bit.
But that walk total is among the leading.
Without a doubt, just get an out. 7-run lead, just get an out. Give the run up, no big deal.
So now a couple of LSU Tigers are in scoring position. For Jared Jones, he's looking for his first base hit. Jones has grounded out twice to the left side and struck out. That one finds the outside edge.
Myers is pretty much a 2-pitch guy. You don't see a lot of changeups. The arm is short and quick. The fastball seems a little better than 90 because it's on you, and the breaking ball's read.
And 2 teammates score.
You know what? I said that, and he threw a change against an elite LSU baseball team. They've proved it time and time again.
So it's Maverick Rizzi who returns to the mound for the Tigers. He replaced Cooper Williams, who replaced the starter Cade Anderson. McMurray out of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Rizzi's 6'9". Lynn, I knew he looked big from here. I looked down at the roster. He's 6'9", 200. Become much better than Milam. And Lynn, he's not a typical. Derek Fabian's kind of a typical SEC caliber 6'2". Fabian's not. I mean, Milam's not, but he sure plays like it. Not built like it, but he's built like a second baseman, but he sure plays like a shortstop. Had 3 great plays tonight.
Here's Bob Terrell, who's been active defensively in left field, especially early in the game, and also has a couple of base hits. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored and a double.
Tell you, guys like Rizzi with this kind of sink on the fastball, Lynn, they can almost stand out there and throw 1 pitch. I mean, they really, as long as he throws it across the plate, this kind of late life on it, if you don't get it up, it's not going to get hit hard.
He needs a strike here. The 2-0 pitch. Slam foul into the net. If you've just joined us, Auburn got off to a 2-0 lead on a 2-run double by Freilich in the second, and then exploded for 4 3 innings later on a 3-run triple by Irish and an RBI single by McMurray. Has extended the Auburn lead.
He just took a good sinker and he hit it back up the middle. The pitch was down. It was a good pitch, but a good job of hitting by Guevara. Sometimes when you're at home, things do go your way. That's a ball that just goes Auburn's way. Hit them where they ain't.
Here's another one of those young players you were talking about. Bristol Carter is a sophomore. Stands even with the plate, gets the bunt down, and it rolls into foul ground.
Yeah, that's not a sacrifice bunt. That's an attempt. With a 1 out especially, you wouldn't sack bunt, but just trying to get a base hit, a drag. And here's the rule, Lynn, fair or foul. You do not bunt it back to the pitcher. It's either going to be a foul ball, strike one, no big deal, or a base hit. Good job by Carter to not give his at-bat up. And that forces LSU to play in now, which cuts down the range of Pearson at third base.
John Pearson replaced Tanner Reeves at third base after batting for him. So it's Reeves and Milam on the left side of the infield, Dickinson and Jones on the right. Stanfield in center field is flanked by Curiel in left and Josh Pearson in right. Rizzi with some high heat.
Elite high heat. 94 up. Might have straightened that one out. That might have been more of a four-seam. Didn't have the life he's been having. He just elevated one. Nothing you can do there. Bristol Carr's a good hitter, but when you get a pitch like that, it's hard to lay off of it. Very hard to catch up with it.
Chase Fralick has a 2-run double. He struck out, he walked, he has scored. Fralick out of Peachtree City, Georgia.
Nationally ranked high school tennis player. First time Gabe Gross ever saw him was playing tennis. Same skill set, feet and hands, to play high-level tennis and play high-level baseball, and they really do go hand in hand, and that's what he was. He was a national recruiting college tennis player. Oh, goodness.
Two strikes now. Let's take another look.
It wasn't the location, it was the way the catcher, almost like he got crossed up. It wasn't a bad pitch, just the way he caught it. I think he would get a call for a strike. Frelick's learning curve coming in this league, much like Curiel. These guys have, Lynn, here's the deal. They're playing elite summer baseball. They're seeing 95 in the summer, and they're seeing it from the time they're in 10th grade. So when they get to the SEC, because they are elite players, first of all, with elite talent, the learning curve's not as great. They've been facing this stuff for 3 years in high school summer baseball.
And I think what I'm about to say holds true now more than ever. And that is, on every team, every year, there are impact freshman players, not only good on their team, but good in terms of being compared to the rest of the league.
Absolutely. Every freshman that's on the field for these two teams tonight had professional scouts in the stands in their high school career. If you don't have that, it probably tells you you're not an SEC guy. Now look, there's lots of great baseball, Division I, mid-major, Division II, junior college, but that's the divisive piece is you got to have pro scouts in your crowd if you're going to play this league.
Great fans here in Auburn, great fans back in Louisiana and parts south for the LSU Tigers.
Then we were clicking along about a 2-hour pace, and then all of a sudden something happened.
This is a looper, and it's going to fall in left field. It finds grass before Curiel can get to it. And so Fralick has his second base hit of the night.
He's very strong. This pitch beat him a little bit, but the strength of his hands is what caused this thing just to kind of find a spot over there in left field, drop in.
LSU trails by 5.
I think if you're Coach Johnson, you don't want to burn too many arms. You burn 3. I don't think Rizzi's pitching poorly at all. Auburn's done a good job with some balls placed, but you just don't want to burn too many more guys. You'd like for him to get at us if you can and keep it somewhat close. But at some point in time, you make a decision. We're not going to burn any more elite arms.
Anthony Ianson will be the pitcher tomorrow. First for LSU, and Cade Fisher, who doesn't have a record but is with a 4.43 ERA. He's a left-hander. He'll be on the mound for Auburn. Ianson 5-0 on the year with a 3.38 ERA for the LSU Tigers.
Ianson, the transfer from UC San Diego, and Fisher transfer from the University of Florida.
And right now, Cade Anderson is on the hook for his first loss of the season after winning his first 6. Is calling for it, and he squeezes it as he backpedals to the outfield grass. So Rizzi gives up 3 hits but only 1 run. However, Auburn late in the game has an 8-3 lead over LSU.
The team started 0-12 and it's won, I think, 3 now. They've won the series against Kentucky and playing better.
Josh Pearson is 1 for 2. He has flied to left, singled, and walked.
Lynn, do you have the story behind the yellow shoes? I love them. They stand out, especially with the purple. Bit of a clash. Any story there?
Well, originally the colors, actually the colors came from Mardi Gras, and it works that there was purple and gold left, and that's the way it worked.
Got a good look at him there. Is a king cake purple and gold? Is there any purple and gold in the king cake? Am I off?
No, you're not off. King cakes, though, have become works of art. I mean, they're made out of boudin now. They're made out of crackling dust. They're made out of sausage. They got them with molasses poured on them. I mean, no, it's become a cottage industry.
Awesome.
King cake season is over, though.
Pearson with a push bunt attempt, just missed the breaking ball. Trying to get on any way that he can.
This one is hit deep to right field, but it's going to stay in the ballpark. And Ike Irish is out there to make the catch as he drifts back into his right.
You could just hear it, Lynn, just off the end of the bat a little bit. He got a piece of it, but just off the end of the bat of the breaking ball just a little bit.
Mark, do you think we will see, and if we do, it may come quickly, but do you think we'll see the usage of the so-called torpedo bat in college?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, the Yankees, are they using that? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, several players now are using it in the major leagues.
Yep.
The premise behind it is that it has more width, more circumference in wood closer to the middle of the bat. So it starts small on the handle, it gets bigger quicker, and then tapers off at the end.
Lynn, being a pitcher, I don't want them to have any more advantage. They have all they need, except tonight. Been a lot of advantage tonight. Of course, the Auburn team's done a good job, but yeah, any advantage a pitcher can have, I will take it.
Once a chunker, always a chunker,
absolutely.
right?
Can't get it out of us.
Here's Ethan Fry. 1-1 pitch. Wide from Carson Myers.
Just didn't finish the breaking ball as well as he normally does. Just kind of left it hanging out there. That was more of a cast than a finish. Carson pretty good at finishing both pitches.
Very compact, short windup. He misses with the same pitch.
I use that word finish. I work with young kids in the academy and use the word finish probably 500 times a week. You have to really stay through the pitch. Almost try to drive your fingers to the catcher's chest.
This one is lifted very high in the air down the left field line. Terrell in foul territory is able to grab it. That's been a very active young man in left field tonight.
And he's made every one of them. He really has done a great job. Played some right field early this season. Probably could play center. A great athlete. He ran 40 yards. Look where he is in the warning track. And then he gets to slow down, get control of his body so his head doesn't move, so his eyes can focus and make a good catch. Kid's a good player, special player. This is the way Carson Myers has pitched. He has just been rock solid out of that bullpen. Had one rocky start, like a Tuesday start, got beat up a little bit, but the bullpen, he has been lights out. Probably a pretty good future here for him as a left-handed guy when he gets to pro ball.
The count is level at 1 on Milam with 2 outs. I was doing some quick perusal of my score sheet. That's 11 fly ball outs to left field tonight between both players.
It's amazing. I've never heard that before. Especially as hard as these guys have been throwing tonight.
Milam is 0.
Sorry, Lynn.
No, Milam is 0 for 3. That's not common, certainly for him.
Carson Myers is really good with the fastball coming inside. He has the rare ability to get it there. There's an area called a void between home plate and the hitter's body, and somebody's got to own it. Carson Myers owns it pretty good.
Milam is one of 4 LSU Tigers to have amassed at least 40 hits this year. Not a lot of teams can say that.
Just a baseball player. Can compare him physically to Jose Altuve. Great runner. Good job right there. Take a good pitch and ruin it. 2-strike hitting is almost like a fist fight. Somebody shoves you into a corner and you got to fight your way out. And this LSU team has done a good job with 2 strikes. As good as Dutton was, they put some pitches in him, fouling balls off.
Milam has played
4-97, a transfer from Nicholls State. Walks have been a little bit of an issue. You see it there. 6 innings, 11 walks. So he's got a chance to get a little work and earn his way in.
He may be the hardest thrower on the LSU staff, but he has yet to throw a lot of strikes, and that's been the problem for him after some nice work at Nicholls in the Southland Conference.
Yeah, 6 innings, 11 walks. He got 12 strikeouts. He does strike out at least 1 an inning, or 2 an inning. But yeah, you're right, the walks are an issue. And I think Coach Johnson not throwing the towel in, but he doesn't want to burn any more top arms. He got a chance to win the series starting tomorrow and then Sunday. Throw somebody out there, maybe get some work here from Myers, see if he can get on track.
Last year in the Southland Conference, he struck out 106 batters. They only hit 165 against him. 5-1 on the year in 70 2/3 innings. That's a whole lot of strikeouts in 70 innings. 106.
Yep, sure is. And yeah, that's the risk, Lynn, when you transfer up like this. The risk is, you know, will I have the same kind of results? Doesn't always happen. 96, 96, back to back. And an easy 96, and good for him, 0-2. Despite the walks, got to have with 2 strikes. Boy, that was carve him up, dice him up, see you later on 3 pitches.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
I was searching for that, but I couldn't find it. These are big innings. This is not a give-up inning. This is a, hey, keep the game right there for us, Jacob, and let's see if we can come back and win this thing, but it's a good chance for him to get some work.
His dad is a physical therapist. His mom is a teacher.
He's a junior, which means he's draft eligible. So despite the walks, this guy's drafted. That's a big league body and a big league arm, and pro ball feels like they can do something with him. A good pitch there on the inside part of the plate. You'll see a guy like this pitch in the big leagues in 3 or 4 years, and you'll think, wait a minute, he walked a bunch of guys. Yeah, but it's the talent, it's the body type, it's the stuff that minor league baseball can develop. And the difference is, Lynn, if you're wondering out there, the difference is you don't have to win in minor league baseball. These coaches in the SEC have to win. So if you don't throw strikes, sometimes you can fall behind when other guys do throw strikes.
Minor league baseball is all about development.
All about it.
Fans, of course, want to see their home team win.
Yep. Yep.
But the idea is to get people major league ready.
And fans in this league, they want to see Omaha. That's it.
I don't blame them.
Absolutely. I'm with you. No doubt about it. No place like it on earth.
Rembert was 0 for 2 before a pair of singles. He's 2 for 4 tonight with an RBI and a run scored. The catcher was trying to call timeout. He didn't get it, and it was the Auburn Rembert who paid the price.
Yeah, there was some confusion with the pitch. Everybody was trying to signal it in, and that was kind of a half-hearted throw. I think that Myers saw.
Watch Hernandez. He's calling it. That it says, okay, we want to.
Let's go. Now timeout.
but the timeout was not granted, and the ball bears in and gets a good piece of Rembert.
He's saying you can't hear on the earpiece. So there's a walkie-talkie system coming in from the LSU dugout to the catcher, to the pitcher, and they hear it, they make the pitch. He's saying you can't hear it. See the earpiece right there coming out. Right there, you see the earpiece in the ear of.
I mean, this game is getting really complicated.
It is. It sure is. But it was kind of a half-hearted throw from Myers. I mean, obviously he's not trying to hit Rembert. He just kind of didn't throw it full speed, didn't finish it, and got up and in on Rembert on the shoulder.
That last call strike was 96 miles an hour. He may have tried to twist that one a little bit and missed it.
Yeah, high breaking ball. Ike Irish is kind of like a great white shark. He just kind of hides around the dark, just waiting for something he can jump on.
Runner is moving from first base, swing and a miss. Pegged down is a beauty. Out at the second base. That was one whale of a throw from behind the plate.
Yeah, a heck of a throw. Myers was not that quick to the plate, but man, Hernandez, you talk about get it and get rid of it. Auburn is going to challenge it. I think they should. It's close enough this late in the game. Why not?
Auburn is challenging the call at second base. The play is under review.
There's no reason not to challenge it. We'll get a good look at it here. But a heck of an exchange by Hernandez. He got rid of it. Might have gotten him on the right there, Lynn. I think he came off the bag. Let's see if the leg foot pops up and he tags him on the hand. He's safe there. But he's maybe out right this close. I don't know.
But it looked like the hand was still in contact with the bag.
You're right. What a good inning for Casey Myers.
Indeed, he faced only 3. But we move on. Time is getting short for the LSU Tigers, who trail.
This is Carson here. And I agree with the decision. Leave him out there. You got a 5-run lead. He's throwing well. No need to burn anybody else in the Auburn bullpen. Carson Myers needs those strikes and see if he can get these 3 outs.
Hernandez is looking for his first base hit. He has flied to center, grounded to short, and walked. He scored in that 7th inning.
Lynn, outside of the Jacob Jones double, there just has not been a good swing tonight by the LSU offense. Auburn pitchers have pitched in, thrown the breaking ball, they've gotten ahead, except for Tilly, had some walk issues, but they have done a really good job of throttling, at least up till now, a really, really potent offense.
And Auburn has out-hit LSU tonight, 13-4. Only 1 extra base hit. That was the 2-run double by Jared Jones for the Tigers. The other 3 hits have been singles, one of them on the infield. Myers has been superb.
Yeah, and there's the inner half. There's what Carson Myers is so good at. Watch this fastball. There's nothing that can be done with this pitch at 90 miles an hour with 2 strikes. Absolutely nothing. Inner half, down, electric. Whether you like offense or not, watching good pitching is fun. Watching bad pitching is miserable.
Here's John Pearson. He's backed away. This is his 2nd at bat. He walked and scored in the 7th as he came on to bat for Reeves.
Good pitch. Follow up a 1-0 fastball with a 1-0 breaking ball. Most hitters in the country will take that for a strike. Using your off-speed pitches, the fastball counts.
There's another one, but he does not get the call.
Carson Myers is very similar to a pitcher here that you remember named Carson Skipper. Auburn had for a couple of years. He's now in AA baseball. Very similar stuff. Just competed hard, got after it, and pitched great.
The count is level at 2 with 1 out in the 9th. Auburn out in front of LSU, 8-3.
Pearson boys have a 3rd brother who was a 3rd-round draft pick and is in minor league baseball now. So they got 2 here at LSU and 1 playing professional baseball.
Game series. Back-to-back strikeouts for Myers. And former Auburn Tiger Chris Stanfield comes to the plate. He has walked twice, scored a run, swiped a base, and struck out. The crowd is sending out encouragement.
Pounding fastballs in.
Stanfield represents the last hope for the LSU Tigers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Curiel is on deck if the game continues.
It's a pretty good statement for this Auburn team. They come in here 6-6, desperately needing a win. You really would like to leave the weekend 8-7 at the halfway mark. It's a great place to be, especially when you get swept at Georgia, to come back and win the next 2 series if they can do it. A lot of work left.
And for LSU.
Second good swing. Got a fastball in the middle of Chris Stanton, a thing of beauty, but you're right. Down by 5, why risk it and be the 3rd out?
That's going to result, though, as a contribution to the Miracle League from Chris Stanfield. He has pledged every extra base hit, stolen base, he's going to make a monetary contribution.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Great way to use the money.
Curiel has an RBI on a ground out and an infield hit. Doubles with 2 outs.
And Auburn, because they know you can never relax, they've got their closer getting loose in the bullpen. Can't just sit back and expect a win to happen against a team like this. It can happen so fast. A team like this, LSU, this offense, they can put a 5 or 6 spot on you so quickly.
And Auburn is not going to take anything for granted here in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. Back-to-back doubles by Stanfield and Curiel have extended the game. And one of the best hitters in the league is at the plate in Jared Jones. He had a 2-run double in the 7th inning.
Auburn's closer, Ryan Hetzler, is a transfer from Cal Baptist, and he's been really, really good. He's the one getting loose. He's got a really good fastball in the 90s and a good slider. Probably going to give Carson Myers maybe 1 more hitter before they do that. It's not a save yet. But really don't even think about that if you're the coach, Dad. It's not about the save, it's about getting the win, getting the last out and getting this game put in the win column.
Jones is backed away.
Closing a game, Lynn, it's just not as easy as it looks. You know, being in the closing mindset. Carson Myers was kind of cruising through and has made a couple mistakes. LSU's got a couple big hits.
Auburn pitchers have recorded 11 strikeouts of LSU hitters. They got Jones once. The 1-1 pitch. A big swing and a foul back.
Carson Myers has yet to go to his arm side with his fastball. He has stayed on the inner half of these right-handed hitters. Now you look for the backdoor breaking ball here, Len. You look for the curveball. Left-handed pitcher Carson Myers going to throw the breaking ball right at the back shoelaces of Jared Jones. Great pitch by Carson Myers. He elevated the fastball. Great job on the mound by Auburn. Samuel Dutton, Myers back-to-back. And a good start for the Auburn Tigers on Friday. Now here you see it, the fastball up and away, and nothing Jones can do with that kind of movement, that kind of velocity.
So Auburn with a wire-to-wire win. Fralick with a 2-run double in the 2nd inning. Irish with a 3-run triple in the 5th. More scoring coming later in that game as well. And certainly a very impressive victory for the Auburn Tigers as they beat LSU in game 1 of this 3-game series. Tremendous pitching by Samuel Dutton.